Neha, kindly tell us how you started preparing for civil services. Kindly take us through.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sir, I did my graduation in electrical engineering from IIT Kharagpur. I completed graduation in 2018, and thereafter I was posted as a software engineer in Adobe. I was working in Noida, near to Delhi, sir. And so while working only, I took the preparation. And before this, my schooling I have done from Kolkata itself. Like I went to Kamil High School from till class 10, and the 11th and 12th I did from South Point High School, Kolkata. So, sir, the preparation started around March, April 2018. And, sir, one advantage that I had was that my optional subject was electrical engineering. And I had done graduation in electrical engineering as well from IIT Kharagpur. And since I was already in college when I decided that I would appear for the exam, so I went to the college library, and my initial preparation days started from the library in IIT Kharagpur. And I fondly remember that place till now, sir. And I remember, sir, that like since because we have to devote a lot of time to general studies, especially those who are from engineering background. We have comparatively less idea about our contemporary happenings and about our general knowledge and current affairs. So we have to improvise a lot on newspaper reading, a lot on how we read normal humanities subject. So, sir, my main focus was on newspaper reading, and I still think, sir, that newspaper reading is a quintessential part of the examination, and we cannot really afford to skip that part, newspaper reading. So, sir, my initial 2-3 months of the preparation, sir, I did nothing except other than reading newspaper and reading the basic books for the examinations, sir. So, sir, I remember that my days and my after college, after whatever time I used to get, because final semesters are usually not that busy, sir, and mostly people have already got their jobs. And so, sir, that time I utilized for developing my acumen in newspaper reading. And I used to make short notes from the newspaper. I used to follow all the English TV channel debates, and so that I'm aware of my local surroundings. And parallelly, I started with my the basic foundation books, the NCRTs, and the basic books which are recommended, sir. And once my foundation of the examination was done, which took around the month of July, August, then I went on to the advanced sources for the examination. For example, some good reference books, some good novels, in fact, sir, novels on history, novels on social sciences, so that my knowledge can further be enhanced. But, sir, my takeaway from this is that this exam requires a very layered approach. Like, one should not directly start reading each and everything, because then he or she will be confused. So rather, we should move in a layer by layer. First, we should be clear about the basics, about the foundation. Like, we should be very clear that if I don't read this, then I will not clear the exam. I will read those areas first. I'll be accustomed to those areas first, and then gradually we should move ahead with the topics which are relatively tougher, or which are more on the difficult side, or which are more rare, or which are maybe questions are not coming from that. So, sir, a thorough analysis of the previous year questions is also very necessary in this aspect, sir. Most important takeaway that one can have while preparing for the UPSC examination, that we need to interconnect. Like, though there are designated subjects under each paper, there is GS1 looking into the topics of history and social science and geography. There is GS2 looking into polity. There is GS3 looking into economy and others. And there is GS4 looking into ethics. But, sir, actually speaking, if we look in a very, let's say, if we try to create a schema for this examination, then it will be realized that everything is interconnected, and we need to understand that interconnections very well. For that, sir, what I did was that whenever while reading any news, I used to interconnect them with the topics as mentioned in the syllabus. But, sir, for example, sir, like a little example which was very relevant during my video experience also. Like, sir, a lot of things on, let's say, we think of creating assets, rural assets, maybe through NREGS. In the examination also, we have to write that the main importance of NREGS is 100 days work as well as rural assets. But, sir, on the other hand, we are also running schemes on self-help groups. So if we can connect these two, like the interdepartmental convergence, like, for example, if we can create, let's say, goat sheds or poultry sheds from NREGS funds, which was an initiative during the video charge as well, my video charge as well. So this is an interconnection. On one hand, we are also looking into self-help groups, that livelihood development, as well as also we are creating rural assets. Similar issues, maybe let's say we talk of women's issues, but then we also talk of water issues. In drier areas of the country, like let's say in Rajasthan and other areas, we find that a lot of the pangs of not having proper water sources and of dried down water sources falls on the women members of the family. So if we really want to create women empowerment there, we have to look into the water issues. So, sir, these interconnections are very important when we study for the GS3 papers. When we look into any news, any article, when we study anything, maybe from the NCRTs or from any of the books that we read, sir, we have to understand these interconnections, these interlinks, and this is not only important for the mains examination. This is also important for the interview, because in my interview also I remember there were a lot of things which I could answer, because I feel that the proper interconnections, these maps should be very readily available to us, sir.
Thank you very much for giving insights into civil services preparation. Definitely, your ideas, your thoughts, and your experience sharing will help the upcoming stars who are in the pipeline, who want to join the civil services. It will be quite helpful. Thank you, Neha. Thank you for taking out your time.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, sir.